Hello, I'm the Bun. Welcome to the channel. This here is Baritone Obsessed. This is a show all about super long scale guitars for going super low, G1 standard and lower. Guitars 27.5 and longer. This here is the famous year-end roundup. This year, we're gonna do it a little bit differently for a couple different reasons. This episode of Baritone Obsessed is brought to you by everyone with me over at Patreon and YouTube memberships. If you enjoy the channel and you'd like to help it along, the links are down below in the description. Thank you to everyone with me at both of those places. Because nothing actually changed last year, we're actually going to take a look at some of the semi-custom shops and what's available there. If you're looking for a ready-to-buy production baritone that is 27.5 to 30 inches in scale, you can refer to the 2019 roundup. All the same models for 2020 and probably all the same models for 2021. There's not going to be too many big surprises for 2021 that I can see or that I can think of, that I have wind of. The links to that are down below. If you're wondering where all the short baritones are, we don't really talk about those. Some things to consider in this roundup. All of the shops that we are talking about today are small businesses. Shops where a ton of stuff is done by hand by only a few people. So the pricing is generally up there, as it should be. And as well, there are turnaround times. So, you know, you're gonna have to consider that things might take a bit to get done if you're gonna go this road. If you're looking for the fast and cheap, you can find some of those options in the 2019 roundup. The link is down below. First on the list is Balgar Guitars, or Balgar. I'm not exactly sure how you say it. It's probably Balgar because it's American and they don't speak French there. But anyhow, they're in Pottstown, PA, Pottstown, Pennsylvania, USA. You choose your scale length up to 30 inches. Probably what's special about Balgar is the range of options. They have an incredible amount of options, from body styles to headstock designs to hardware options, pickup options, configurations, finishes, etc. It's crazy. You kind of go down the menu, pick your list, and then they build it. But it is semi-custom. You're picking from a predetermined list. Crazy selection. Seems like the pricing is very competitive, very affordable. You're gonna have to get in touch, do a custom quote, and yeah. Balgar Guitars, check it out. Second on the list, we got Dudecraft Guitars. Dudecraft is from Chula Vista, California, USA. All of these companies are going to be from the USA. Dudecraft is a very small, very flexible shop. And similar to the previous, you choose your scale length. There's a few predetermined scale lengths that you can choose from, as well as they seem to be open to doing fully custom work. Seems like James is really fast over at Dudecraft in turning guitars around. I can't believe what I see. He'll share things on social media where it'll be like a blank piece of wood and then it'll be a guitar seemingly days later. Don't quote me on that. You're gonna have to do a custom quote and he'll give you the official schedule and the turnaround and all that kind of stuff. What's special about Dudecraft is 12-string guitars. 12-string 30-inch baritone if you want it. Pretty cool. Technically, you should be able to do it where not every string is doubled. The two low strings are by themselves and the rest of the strings are doubled or whatever. I don't know, like there are some configurations there that are worth exploring. 12-string baritones up to 30 inches in scale. Pretty amazing. He has a couple different body shapes, bunch of different custom options that you can pick from a list, as well as, like I say, fully custom available. Gonna have to do the quote. Another interesting thing about Dudecraft, it's not really listed anywhere, but it seems like he will do custom neck conversions for guitars. You got to send your body in, send your guitar in, but he'll make custom conversion baritone necks. Dudecraft Guitars, check it out. 12-string baritones up to 30 inches in scale, as well as 6 strings, but yeah, crazy. Next on the list, Dunable Guitars. Dunable Guitars is down in Los Angeles, California. At least their custom shop is down in Los Angeles, California. Not exactly sure of their totality of operations. All of their models, they seem to have about 4 or 5 models, all available in 27.5 inches in scale. Very beautiful thing. They come in standard scale, but also 27.5. Not guitars for going super low. Great for those of you who are tuning higher, like high or low tuning. For those of you tuning to G, you should be able to eke out a G with 27.5. I have done it with Eastwood side jack, and I have an ESP Viper here that is currently in G. It is 27 inches in scale. It's a little bit shaky, but you can make it work depending on what you need out of the guitar. Probably the most special thing about Dunable, besides just being good guitars, like what do? They do great guitars. But what's special maybe is more of a storyline kind of thing. It's the guy from Intronaut. It's Sasha Dunable from Intronaut. So yeah, you kind of get these guitars that are designed and built by a shop that is owned and run by a guy who is out there touring, knows what it's all about, knows what the guitar really needs in that regard. Not to say that anybody else doesn't know, but it's just a different perspective that they bring to the table as a touring, recording, performing guitar player, musician. Next on the list, we've got EGC Guitars, electrical guitar company. Very interesting one here. Multiple scale length options. You get to go up to 30 again. To see the options, it's a bit weird. Like if you just go to the website, you're gonna be like, where are the baritones? You gotta go to the buy section, select a model, and then select the scale length. So it's a little bit tricky to find out what's available in terms of baritones and in what models, etc. But quite a few options for baritones from EGC. What's special about EGC? For a lot of you, you already know what's special. But if you don't know, they make aluminum necks and bodies. Every now and again, they do batches of necks only as conversions for Fender neck pockets. There's a bunch of things going on at EGC. But yes, aluminum, you heard right. Inspired by the Travis Bean thing. Travis Bean is no longer making guitars, but EGC kind of picked up the torch and ran with it. If you want to know more about EGC guitars, my pal Stephen Barton runs Gear Stuff and Things, another YouTube channel. We've done an episode here together. You can check out the link to that episode down below. Stephen has owned a couple EGCs. I think he currently owns one proper. If you have any questions about EGC, you can zoom on over to his channel and he'd be very happy to talk to you about what's going on with EGC guitars. Moving along, we've got Grez Guitars. Grez Guitars is from Petaluma, California, USA. Grez has a model called the Mendocino Baritone. It is 28.5 inches in scale. I think you can designate the pickup configuration and finish. So what's special about Grez Guitars? Well, they're made from reclaimed or salvaged old growth redwoods, like really old, really resonant kind of woods. Secondarily, they're really into reforesting. So Grez backs this program where they go out and they plant like 1 million trees a year. It's pretty crazy. They're like, oh, we build guitars out of wood and we use reclaimed, salvaged wood to do it. But also we're conscious of what the guitar industry kind of, its impact, I guess, on the environment. So they go out there and they plant a ton of trees every year. So yeah, Grez Guitar is pretty cool. Next up, we got Grosh Guitars from Broomfield, Colorado, USA. The Grosh is also a 28.5 inch scale guitar. And what's special about Grosh Guitars is the ergonomics. They are a very compact baritone for how long they are. 28.5 is a pretty long scale, but they've set things back and sort of adjusted things, is very compact feeling. So Grosh Guitars should fit in a lot of regular cases as well as just feel really good to play, feel really compact, very accessible. If you're looking for a very comfy baritone that can do G and maybe F sharp, Grosh might be the answer. Next up, we've got TV Jones. People don't really think of TV Jones for guitars, strangely. They're just like, oh, don't they make pickups? Well, yeah, they make pickups, they make great pickups, but they also make guitars. The Spectrasonic C Melody Baritone. The Spectrasonic is 29.4 inches in scale, and what's special about it? You can think of the Spectrasonic from TV Jones as a continuation, an official continuation of the Gretsch G6144, I think it is, official Spectrasonic from them, which was, Spectrasonic C Melody Baritone from Gretsch. Apparently the spec and the design is verbatim, and I'm not sure what the arrangement is there. I know Gretsch really loves the TV Jones pickups, and they're in a lot of Gretsch guitars, so they have a relationship. Every year, TV Jones does a small run of these C Melody baritones. I believe they are pre-order only. I'm not exactly sure how it works. You're gonna have to email them and be like, hey guys, I want one of these because they're sweet. I would love one. One of those black and white ones. Even put the Bigsby on it, it's fine. Yeah, the Spectrasonic C Melody baritone, 29.4 inches in scale. I would love one. I don't know what it is, just like, black and white version. Oh. Thanks again to everyone with me over at Patreon and YouTube memberships. If you enjoy the channel and you'd like to help it along, everybody with me at both of those places receives early access to all videos and music, all the public videos and music, as well as assets. YouTube members, as well as mid and top tier patrons, they get credited at the end of every episode of every public video. And finally, YouTube members and top tier patrons, they have access to behind the scenes stuff. So if you'd like to help things along and you'd like to do it that way, the links are down below. A lot of things happen because of patrons and YouTube members. So thank you very much. If none of that is for you, but you'd still like to help the channel along, help the bun along, number one thing is music. I have music available for download and stream in all of the places. The links to that are down below. Number two would be merchandise. I have t-shirts, hoodies, all that kind of stuff, as you would expect. The links to that down below. And lastly, we have creative assets. You know, the MIDI drum session, the HELIX wetlands patches, all that kind of stuff. If you own a baritone from one of these makers, let us know down below. Post a kind of mini review if you can. It might help other people. You know, what the buying experience might have been like, the wait time, the satisfaction with the final product, how it plays and sounds, obviously. Let us know. If you have any of these guitars, let us know down below. That's it for today. I hope you like this episode, and I hope to see you in the next episode.